What's up, everybody? For the third installment of Am I? And Am I the Asshole podcast, we are so happy to have Rich Craich.
Hello, hello.
He is from the Flagship.
Flagship podcast, Flagship Patreon.
Big Patreon.
You're here. You're listening to it right. You're on the Patreon right now
You
anyway.
told me this was a free episode.
It's a free episode, but it's on the They got to go to the They got to go to the Patreon website.
Okay,
We're
fair.
trying to hook them in. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm the bait and switch?
It's not a switch. It's just a bait. I don't think we're switching them.
You're right, because this podcast is fucking amazing.
And they're
so
gonna
it's not a switch.
It's not a switch. Plus, they'll get me on a lot of the other stuff.
True.
Is it possibly switched because they're gonna go, oh, this is very compelling content,
and the rest isn't?
Me and Joe just be like, blah, 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 this pay-per-view sucked. That thing sucked. So I guess that might be.
All right, cool. So anyway, yeah, it is a switch because this is amazing and it's better than any other content you create. But that's okay.
It's fine.
You've been doing it 10 years. I've been doing it
11.
A couple months.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know.
You've been doing it for years too. There's a Patreon is littered with Michelle's stop and start.
I do have some good content. If you want
up,
some good nurse content, you got to become a Patreon because it's in there. There's little nuggies everywhere. Little chicken nuggies, little dino nuggies everywhere in there. If you want to find it, you can. So are you ready to judge other people on the internet?
Absolutely. I'm always ready.
Okay.
Born ready.
So this is actually like a pretty highly requested.
Yeah, this is a famous one, I guess I should say. There was a lot of people that after our last episode, a ton of people said
recommended this one.
Oh my god, this one, and there was multiple people that I knew didn't talk to each other. It's wild. So I had one person that just posted it in one of our Discord channels. Two people that just DM'd me and was like, "Drop everything, do this right now. I must hear you guys take on this one." And I
actually had just
independently, you were like, "Hey, here's this thing," and I was like, wait, hold on. It's been requested. It's been talked about. We got to do this one, and I think
Rich Craich. What are you drinking for this podcast? That's important.
Water. H2O. What are you drinking?
I have some Syrah from Trader Joe's that is $10 for a bottle.
Nice.
And it's actually quite delicious.
Like it's good. Yeah, seems like you're quite drunk on it.
Spain.
So, yeah, people can
tell
you.
I asked for not a full glass, and you poured me like
I got you.
10 ounces of wine. Yeah. So.
Well, that's when we were sitting on the couch watching TV, but now we're doing this. So.
And we're work from home tomorrow, so everything's fine.
Oh, wow. You got all day. Well, who's we? You got a mouse in your pocket? I work from home.
I got a dachshund in my pocket. Me and him are working from home.
All right.
All right, so are you ready to, let's judge people on the internet.
Let's do this
is great. By the way, I like this intro music, but my fired up intro music's a lot better.
You told me your Bill 2 Dick.
Yeah, you told me I couldn't repeat the same music.
You can't repeat the same music. It's a different show.
It's such a good song.
We have to find another.
I mean, this is
uplifting
good.
Icelandic song then to get you.
I guess, yeah. The music might change because
can't go to Bill 2 Dick again.
It's so good.
Can't do two Bill 2 Dicks. No, one Bill 2 Dick is all you can. All you're allowed.
That's all you need. All right. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for giving my future mother-in-law 3 days to pay me for a new wedding dress, or else I show a family a photo of her wearing it?
Okay. So as we do, I react to just the headline. Yes. So am I the asshole for giving my future mother-in-law, what was it, 3 days? 3 days
to pay for a new wedding dress, or else I show the family a photo of her wearing it.
Wow.
It's not straightforward.
That's not straightforward. Usually it's like...
What's going on here?
Yeah, first off, I have so many questions and no answers. So I don't know. I'm going to have to say I can't
You're
make
gonna
a ruling
reserve
on
judgment?
This. Well, 3 days to pay me. Why does she have a photo of her wearing it? I don't know. I have too many questions. I can't make a ruling. I cannot make a ruling because that last half of that sentence is wild. So what's going on there? I need to know. Was it like... the fact that she wore it in like her wedding and now
it's the like, mother-in-law's dress,
but that's weird. Why would you have to pay for a new one?
Right.
Or like, we got the same, but it'd be wild if you bought like the same dress as your future mother-in-law. Like, when did they get married?
I mean, at that point I'd be like, well, damn.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, isn't it?
That's like meant to be, right?
Yeah. But then why would you make her pay for it if you already bought the one and you didn't know? I don't know. I cannot make a judgment because this one is fucking insane already. So go ahead.
Buckle in. Okay. So I'm getting married to my fiance soon. I bought my wedding dress weeks ago. My, in parentheses, future mother-in-law. So his mother, my future mother-in-law, kept pestering me about trying it on, but I firmly refused. I shut it down after she offered me $100 to let her try it on.
What?
$100.
How weird.
Her reasoning for persisting so much, she says it's because of her, quote, love for wedding dresses and her obsession with them.
Okay, then buy your own wedding dresses.
Okay, also, easy fix for this. Go to the bridal boutiques and be like, hi, I'm getting married. Oh my God, let me try on all the dresses.
Right.
They'll
feed you wine and you can try on a bunch of dresses, right? Do you have to make like a...
I mean, if you've already done this a couple times, maybe you got to go to like a couple towns over.
Yeah, right.
But like...
Would they... Because I clearly, I've never been wedding dress shopping, believe it or not. Did you need to put down like a deposit when you showed up to the place?
No, you go to the place and you're like, oh my God, I'm getting married. And they're like, oh my God, let's give you a $5,000 dress.
Yeah, right. So there's plenty of ample opportunities to try on wedding dresses.
Also, I drive from between here and work, just down the road. I take one road to work. I drive past probably like 8 wedding boutiques.
We have quite a lot. Yeah.
There's so many.
And that's just one street.
And we're in a suburb. We're not in a big city.
Yeah, right.
Like, we're in the suburbs. There are so many. So maybe if you live in like bumfuck Bufu, there's probably like no wedding boutiques. Sorry, then make a trip to the city. Go to the boutiques.
No, or like can't you go to like if you live in one of those towns, I would imagine that like your local whatever. I'm not like
you
a Walmart.
You think the Walmart has some wedding dresses?
If you're in the the Walmart's by us probably don't.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm not trying to shit on Walmart wedding dresses, to be clear. I think it's crazy to spend like $10,000 on a wedding dress.
Yes.
So if you did buy your wedding dress from a thrift store, that's where you should go. The thrift store's always got wedding dresses. A thrift store, Walmart, Etsy, fucking literally anywhere else.
Like I'm just thinking any department store. Probably just like like a town would have.
Or you could go try on the fucking prom dresses. Might as well be a wedding dress.
Right. Quinceanera dress. Yeah, stuff yourself into a quinceanera dress.
Come on. There's so many dresses you could try on.
Okay, so first off, weird already.
What?
First off,
wild.
Wedding off.
First off, I don't want to be a part of this family.
I don't need to know the context. If the mother-in-law shows up and says, here's $100, let me try on your wedding dress,
so here's
wedding off.
The moment that I'm like, do I want this family to be my family?
Yeah, you got to make a real...
Like, you have to be like, is this what I want?
Because that's how weird they are.
Forever.
That's how weird they are in, like, the period of, like, courtship. You know what I mean? Like, in the early... It's going to get weird.
They're still hiding some fucking wild shit.
It's going to get more weird as time goes on,
This mom still has so many...
There's a lot of
skeletons in her closet.
Right.
All right.
Her love of wedding dresses and obsession.
And her obsession with them. Okay. First off, if you have an obsession with wedding dresses...
You're weird.
Find a new one.
You're right.
That's crazy.
Take up stamp collecting or something.
Anything.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. All right. Fast forward to yesterday.
Okay.
I came home from work early, and I found my fiance at home.
Sure.
Oh, hey, babe, what's up?
Oh,
yeah, sure.
You're home early.
He freaked out after seeing me, and he tried to prevent me from going into my room while trying to text somebody on his phone.
Oh, boy.
Sus.
I think I know.
Is he banging somebody? I don't know. Maybe. I opened the door.
His mom?
And maybe. I opened the door, and I was shocked to see his mom standing there wearing my dress.
Okay, here's the exact moment.
Goodbye.
You put your hands in the air.
And you're like, you know what? I don't need this shit.
Yeah, you know what?
I don't need this shit.
Keep it.
I'm out. Actually, fuck it. I'll pay for it. Yeah. As long as you don't come into my life
as long as I never see any of you again.
Take it. I don't care.
Because this is
Goodbye.
Anything after this point, now she is an idiot. Right?
She's not the asshole, but she is the idiot.
Right here at this point, you just got to disassociate with these people forever.
Yeah.
Okay, because the future...
Well, okay. We don't know how long they've been together. Let's give the husband a chance.
He was covering for his mom, who was wearing her wedding dress.
Maybe it was a lapse in judgment.
No. You got to leave right
All right. I opened the door to see his mom standing there in my wedding dress. I instantly pulled out my phone and took a photo of her in it. She and my fiance freaked out after I told her that she needed to pay me for the new dress in 3 days, or else I'll show the whole family my photo. She started crying and left, and my fiance blew up at me. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Sir, you have any grounds to be
Yes, yeah.
pissed?
Tell me,
tell me how I was.
Tell me how
I would love to see how I fucked up in this situation. Please tell me.
That's where you put your hands on your hip and go, okay, try your best.
My fiance blew up at me saying I couldn't be serious and that I overreacted because his mom just wanted to try the wedding dress on. No harm done.
Okay, if you haven't left yet...
Now.
You have to leave.
Here's another option. Here's option 2. But I refuse to listen to him because, in my opinion, the dress should only be worn by the bride and by the bride only. Quite frankly, I felt disgusted by the dress after looking at it again. I mean, yes. Also, there has to be some weird bad juju of like somebody else like trying your dress on and you seeing them in it. No. Also, it's your mother-in-law.
Let's just get to the root of the cause. It's your mother-in-law wearing your wedding dress.
Because again, before the thrift store thing, sure, it was like somebody else's. Maybe some people would have an issue of like somebody else wearing it on their wedding day, but like you have no idea about it, so like it doesn't affect you. Like
also, like we're like days away. She said like you need to pay for it in 3 days, meaning like
I don't know if it's 3 days from the wedding.
Why would she need it in 3 days?
I don't, maybe like her fitting, because like you get your wedding dresses fitted and everything else.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not taking that to
She says, I'm getting married to my fiance soon. I don't know. I feel like don't have that much time. Well, maybe
in her brain, she's like, you need to give me the money in 3 days because I need at least a month to buy a dress, get it fitted, whatever. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want it anymore, and I think it's fair that she pays me after she ruined it for me. He yelled at me and told me to wake up and stop treating his mom like she was the enemy. We had a fight, and after he failed to get me to back down, he's been staying with his mom since then. Oh, how convenient. I'm sure they're very happy together. Ew.
This is weird.
I felt awful, but
Am I about to marry a guy who fucks his mom? Is what the real question here is.
I mean, this is like this needs to be developed in therapy a little bit.
Yeah, this is beyond Reddit's comprehension. This needs to really get discussed.
And then, so she goes on to say, I felt awful, but I spent $3K on this dress, and I worked hard to get it. I can't stand looking at it, but people in my family think I'm escalating things and risking my relationship with not only my future mother-in-law, but my fiance as well.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay, here's the thing. So
now her family's...
Are you risking your relationship with them? Yeah, sure.
But that's a good
Should
thing.
you be walking the fuck away and not caring what your relationship will be with them? Yes. Absolutely. This is crazy. Also, like low-key, he's taking his mom's side on this fucking insane thing.
Well,
he is never going to take your side.
No, you are done.
You are never winning.
You're done.
You are like, that's it. He might as well marry his mom.
Right.
She belongs in the wedding dress, to be honest.
Yeah, she should walk the aisle with him instead. Because if this thing, which has like really no right or wrong, it's just wrong. There's no way that's right. There's no shades of gray here. There's no, you got to think about it from her perspective. Her perspective is she wants to wear your dress.
Oh, I spent so much money on this and I really wanted this. Listen, you can go marry another man in a cheaper wedding dress and be much happier in your future.
This is
Trust me.
Not gonna go well. Yeah,
this is fucking terrifying.
Well, the fact that like he stays with his mom afterwards, that also, it's like, so like you said, you're not winning any fight in the future.
Never.
You're never winning any argument.
And not that like I don't want it to sound like, oh, you're gonna have all these fights with your mother-in-law and this and that and the other.
Well, this is a bad start.
But this is like,
an ominous start.
Like, when you marry your husband, the expectation should be like, this is our new family. Like, you're putting our family first.
Yes.
Like, I'm not saying you disregard your parents. You should never, like, that's not the point. But, like, also, like, who's going to be with you in 50 years? Your fucking mom's going to be dead, okay?
Right. Well,
like,
again,
your wife should be with you. Your children.
Yes.
That's, like, the family you're trying to, like, establish. And you're going to be like, nope, taking my mom's side on this insane thing. So, like...
But it's also not like, oh, you're not like holding the baby right. It's I was wearing your wedding
dress.
You know what I mean?
Like, you
actually
think
the proper
okay
way to hold a baby is this way, and you're like,
you think this teething ring is better than this one? Oh, you think I should have blush flowers instead of purple?
Right, like
no.
That's like little normal stuff that might happen between
a
mother-in-law and a future wife and stuff or whatever.
But again, like kind of like I don't know, like unless it's something like harmful. Should probably be taking your wife's side.
Yes.
Like, right?
Right.
Listen, Mom, I'm sorry. She wants purple flowers. And that's the way she holds the baby.
She just wants purple flowers.
And it's her baby.
Yeah.
And it's her flowers.
Exactly.
Who the fuck cares, Mom? please do me a solid and let it go. Oh, okay, honey, I think she's wrong, but yeah, great, Mom. Thank you.
But this is a whole nother.
This is like.
And then he covered for her.
Not take her side and be like, I don't know, seems like it's not that big of a deal. Let her
Because, like, that's like a thing if you had a teething ring and... Oh, I don't know what happened there. Oh, dog-related thing. Say there was a teething ring and you had this teething ring and the mother-in-law wanted this teething ring or whatever, and it was like this big giant fight and nobody would relent. Like, I could almost see it in some situations where the husband might just be like, honey, listen, I don't want to hear about it anymore.
My mom's
just try the fucking other
crazy.
TV. Yeah.
When she's around, use that one.
Right.
We both know you're right. But just come on.
Make a compromise here.
But still, that's still taking your wife's side. That's still being like, listen.
Well, I'm just trying to think of some sort of compromise in the sense. There is no compromises here.
There's no.
You can't sit your wife down and go, it is actually okay that my mom wore your wedding dress.
Also,
and then I try to hide it from you.
I already know you don't like this, and then I'm going out of my way to hide it from you and be deceitful. Because
what if, think about this, what if she never came home early?
She would have never known.
She would have never known.
Which is crazy.
And that's weird.
And then he's going to be like,
what's going to be funny, too, is at one point she was going to be like, you know the weirdest thing? Your mom wanted to pay me like $100 to wear my wedding dress or whatever, and then he'd
have to be like, what?
Or what if he's a bad liar? And he's just like, really? That is so
I don't know. I don't think that guy's a bad liar. This guy's not a bad liar.
This guy's a fucking chump.
This guy's a great liar.
No, this guy's a chump.
You're right. He did get caught. If he was a good liar.
Very easily. He was like, oh
my God, Mom, get out of my room. I'm texting her. Like,
this guy's a fucking
you're right.
chump.
He looked guilty as fuck the second. She walked in the door and was like,
okay,
what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. Which, again, there's a lot of issues going on pre-marriage.
Do you think she was actually hoping it was like another woman upstairs?
Yeah, she was like, why couldn't you just be fucking your coworkers?
Why couldn't you just be fucking the neighbor like a normal man?
Yeah, she's hot. What's wrong with her? Look at her. She's like in the kitchen.
She's like, you know
so
what?
Hot.
I get it. Jenna's hot. Wait, your mother?
Yeah. Look at those tits. Look at those
sucks.
tits. You don't like Jenna's tits at all? Just go. You don't like her tits at all.
I mean,
the tits do nothing for you.
Do you think that like she'd almost be relieved if she's like, oh, thank God it's another woman. I thought it was going to be your mom in my wedding dress.
Shockingly, your husband would be less of a chump if he was banging your hot neighbor named Jenna with the nice tits.
I get it. That sucks.
Than covering for his mom wearing your wedding dress.
It does feel worse, right?
You're like, okay, you're an asshole. But you're a chump. There's like chump and asshole. Like, fuck you asshole.
Or also like not mentally well. Like there's some weird Freudian shit going on.
Yeah, this could be, who knows? This boy might be like,
there's some,
again, I don't want to know.
A lot of therapy, I think.
Sit down, have an expert, have a professional talk to you.
Not couples therapy,
this.
Individual therapy.
No, one-on-one. Intensive one-on-one. Possibly
maybe
inpatient.
Couples both, but also one-on-one.
Maybe
inpatient therapy, yes. All right, so... There's an update.
Am I the asshole? Oh. No. You are the asshole if you stay in this marriage. Get out right now.
You are the idiot if you marry this man. Leave. But you're not an asshole.
Go. Leave. Run.
You're not an asshole. Run. But don't be dumb.
Run. And her family being like, no, you're ruining the relationship.
Also, what's wrong with her family? Yeah, like if I had a daughter and she was like, this happened, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, are you going to risk your relationship with your future mother-in-law? I'd be like, that cannot be your future mother-in-law.
Yeah. Or is this a thing that's more common that we don't know? I don't think so. I'm just kidding.
No. Okay, fine. If this is your lived experience, please DM Rich.
Yes.
Tell him about it.
And if this is your lived experience where your family is like, that's perfectly normal, and
I think
then you should get on a train and just like go to like another town.
I think there's a lot of women whose families would be like, no, you just need to get married. What are you talking? Yeah. I think that is.
But to this chump?
I think there's a lot of families that are going to be like, oh, because like maybe he has a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And there's like, I know there's a lot of families who would push their daughter off on some rich guy, even though he's a douchebag. Or like, oh, he looks like he has a
I don't have a lot of money,
job.
guys. I don't have a lot of money, so it's not rich in name only. So
rich in name only.
That was not the factor
I was
here.
Devastated. I was like, what do you mean your name is rich and you're not rich?
Working
and
on
he's like, I am rich.
I'm rich in
Richard.
In love.
I should start calling you Richard.
Please don't.
I love it.
I mean, you can call me Richard.
Richard
if you want. I mean...
Richard, where are you? I'm gonna do it when we're in Norway on our Scandamania. Okay, I'm gonna be like Richard.
I don't think Richard is a Norwegian name.
I didn't say it was Norwegian, bitch.
Oh, you're just going to call me Richard? All right, fair enough.
Just going to try it out. All right, am I the asshole? No, not at all.
Good Lord, no. No. All
right.
Lord, no. Update.
Update.
Is what you said. Okay, what do we got? We got an update here?
All right. She said, oh my God, this blew up. And so I thought I'd add some updates. My fiance called. What do you think he said when he called?
My fiance called and said, I am so sorry that my mother did that. I can't believe I... No, he said some chump ass shit, right? What did he say?
My fiance called and offered to pay for the dress himself so we can, quote, end the conflict.
What a chump. What are you doing?
Also, pay for the dress himself? Bitch, it's our money. We're about to get married. That is still my money.
Yeah, right. I'll pay for it.
I'll pay for it. Yeah, not with my money, bitch.
Yeah.
But in return, there's stipulations.
Oh, it's not just I'll pay for the dress.
Not just like don't worry about it, walk away.
We have steps here.
Steps.
Okay, what do we got?
She had to hand him my phone so he could delete the photos himself.
This is his demands. You said she had these are what he wants to do.
This is his demands. In return to paying for the dress.
Yes.
She had to hand him my phone so he could delete the photo himself. 2, swear that I don't have any copies to, quote, use against his mom later. 3, apologize to his mom.
Okay.
That's a no from me, dog. That's a no from me.
Phone hung up and say, stay at your mother's forever. Because
stay there forever. Sounds like you're happy.
Yeah. Keep the dress. Again, keep the dress.
The dress.
I don't want the dress.
I don't care.
If she wants it, she can have it.
I'm going to cut my losses. You know what? Sometimes you go into the casino and you lose some money. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Okay, so we have the phone, so he has to delete. There's an and? Hold on a minute. I can't believe
And lastly.
There's one more?
He asked that I quit his family group chat and log out of Facebook for at least a month. So he's like also isolating her from which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Why does she have to get off Facebook?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because she caught him doing something crazy. Like, why?
Yeah, I'm at it. You got to get out. This is not
this
a good
is insane.
This is
like
bad
gaslighting.
Yes.
Like,
get out.
And not in the way that, like, everyone's, like, overusing the term.
Yeah, everybody says gaslight for everything. No, this is what
way.
it is.
Like, this is actual gaslighting.
You're actually wrong for thinking that what my mom did was wrong. And now you must hand me your phone.
Like we're going to end the conflict, but cater to my mother.
Yeah, but actually my mom won the conflict, and here's your new wedding dress. Please delete your phone and Facebook and get off this group chat and don't tell anybody ever again.
Crazy. Yeah, I guess that's
I thought
what
it was
bad
enough. I thought it was bad enough to apologize to his mom for...
No, and then shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Is what he said, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Ugh, I hate this guy.
This guy sucks.
He's gross. He's worse than... What'd you call him?
I call him a chump. He's worse than a chump.
He's a fucking narcissistic, crazy asshole.
Yeah, this guy is wild. Yeah, I am to the point where now I'm like wondering how can this possibly be true? You know what I mean? Like
I don't know. I also think like if this is what she's posting about, what other shit does he do? That's just like what?
Yeah. This is bad. This is a horrible start. This is the friend
that when she's in the group with you and you hear her tell the stories about her like boyfriend and you're like, and you're gonna marry him?
Yeah, and this is somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with.
That's who you want to be with. Okay.
None of these are red flags?
You sure about that?
Yeah, you sure about that?
You sure about that? Yeah. Are you sure about that? And they go, yep. And you go, okay.
And you wash your hands of it and go, I am... metaphorically washing my hands of this situation.
You tried. And then
I'm trying to warn you.
I tried to tell you, Jessica. I fucking tried. I don't know.
Yeah, this is...
all the best. Good luck and God bless.
Yeah, so the final ruling, am I the asshole? No.
No, but also silly.
But also,
she's a silly goose.
You're a silly goose. Get the hell out of here. What are you doing?
Get out of there.
All right. So that one was fun. So easy one there. Easy one there. What do you got for me now?
All right. I have another one. Am I the asshole for not forcing my son to rename his hamster?
Hold on, read that. Okay, one second.
Am I the asshole for not forcing my son to rename his hamster?
No. Am I the asshole for not forcing?
Yes.
So somebody
you are not an asshole. But I'm not going to force. Yeah, I would
somebody wants this.
Here's the thing. I would never force my son to rename his hamster.
It's going to die in like 2 years, right?
Max.
Right? Like, if you want to call it big fuck, because that's the word you heard that day.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah, we love Cunty the hamster.
Yeah.
Love her.
She's going to die in a year.
Who
and
cares?
It's fine. Okay.
It's awkward when he calls her that when he's at school.
Yeah. He's like,
but
because they'll think it's like Cuddy or something. They're like, oh, it must be.
We're like, oh, I'm so sorry. He mispronounces Kid Cudi.
Yeah, he loves. We grew up listening to. He grew up listening to a lot of Kid Cudi, so he calls him.
Sorry, yeah.
What did he call it? Oh my god.
Oh my god. Where did he hear that? Oh my god. Is he hanging out with Tyler again?
Yeah, right. Then just blaming it on another kid.
I always said Tyler. Well, he has a little,
Yeah, and his mom, a little problem with the drinks.
Little problem.
A little problem with the drinks.
I heard she buys that $10 wine from Trader Joe's.
Yeah, he gets real drunk.
Boop. Anyway.
Okay, so no, you're not the asshole.
No, you're not the asshole.
Absolutely
not.
Yeah, why are we forcing our kid to name a hamster? Okay.
Well, let me tell you.
Okay.
So, to start this off, my son's 11, and he's been begging for a family pet for a while.
Okay.
First off, don't get a hamster.
No,
That's a big mistake.
The worst family
It's
pet.
Still a commitment, but none of the fun.
right. We're here to tell you.
If you're going to go full commit, get the fucking dog or cat, whatever. Don't ferret.
You always recommend ferrets.
I love a good ferret.
If you ever want to be convinced to own a ferret, talk to this woman right here.
They are.
There it is. You're about to get it.
You're about to get it. You know what? We got to put this on hold. They are so adorable and loving, and they want to hang out with you like a dog, but they also can take care of themselves and can be independent like a cat. It's the best of both worlds. They do not bark, so they're great for apartments. They like play fetch like a dog, but they only weigh like a couple pounds, so no big deal. Can fit in a small space. It's lovely. I think they're hilarious, and they walk around like little slinkies.
They smell.
I mean, sometimes my husband smells. I keep him in the home. Our dogs smell. We keep them in the home. You just give them a little. Sometimes too. Yeah, litter boxes are gross. So I mean, again, if you're gonna listen, I've also had hamsters and guinea pigs. Their cages smell bad too.
Yeah.
So don't put the smell thing on me.
No.
Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
And I got a buddy who's got a chinchilla. Very low on the list of pets you should want.
Also just as much as of a commitment, but that thing will not let the children touch him.
And bites.
And it bites them.
So, yeah.
So at least the ferret would play with them.
And even if the ferret bites you, I got bit by your ferret. And it was like...
They don't really like...
They like nibble.
They like play bite.
Yeah, it was like play bite. Like even if...
mean.
Well, even if you wanted to really bite me.
Yeah. I mean, they got sharp teeth.
Okay,
it
maybe
it
would have ripped my skin up.
It chose not to, yeah.
Okay, well, that's fine.
It was a choice. But again, the chinchilla is, like, aggressive.
They're also pretty big.
And they also kind of make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And they shit all over the cage.
Yeah. Don't get a chinchilla.
Anyway, get a ferret, get a dog, get a cat.
Guinea pig's pretty low on the list.
Yeah, no, I've had a guinea pig too. Don't do it.
Maybe go fish if you need to get like a little kid a
the tank.
I mean, they're gonna die.
Maybe like a little lizard. I don't know.
A little lizard, yeah.
Yeah. Or like a self-enclosed terrarium with a frog in it.
A frog, okay, yeah.
Oh, that could be cool.
You know what? Just have them go outside and just be like, that squirrel, that's our pet. Yeah.
The squirrel's our pet.
Right.
Anyway.
Lie to the kid, or just get him a dumb cat or something.
The kid wanted a family pet.
Okay.
Great. I finally gave in when I felt we were ready to take one on. Also, when I felt he was ready to take on responsibility that comes with one. See, again, you're going to make the kid take the responsibility? Ferret. Get a better animal than a hamster. Also, guinea pig versus hamster. Hamster is probably only going to, like, guinea pigs live to be like 10 years old. Oh, and they don't do anything. Yeah. They just hide. They go weep, 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 weep. Your guinea pig was fun. Machiavelli was a treat. Yeah. He loved carrots, but he learned that, so his cage, he could see the kitchen from his cage. So anytime somebody opened the refrigerator, he learned that's where the carrots come from. Yeah, right. So you would open the fridge and he'd make this so loud. Oh, I heard it. Weep, weep, weep. Like, it would pierce your ears. Yes. Well, the first time I went to your house to pick you up for like our second date or something like that, you went upstairs to go get something. I just sat on the couch or whatever. And all of a sudden, like, I just hear this noise. And I'm looking, I thought it was like your ceiling fan. Like, what the fuck is that noise? Weep, 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 weep. And it wouldn't stop. And so there's like a loud weep where it's like, weep, weep. And then there's like these little where they go, beep, 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 beep. And I think he was kind of like talking to himself. Like, beep, 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 beep. And I was just like, what the fuck? But this motherfucker what's going on in this house? Sit there and talk to himself for like hours and just be like, like, oh. So you're selling people on guinea pigs? I mean, They can be entertaining. I didn't like them because I was very allergic to them, so I would break out in hives if I touched them. So that was unfortunate, but it was fine. They also tend to bite and be like very skittish.
So but hamster versus guinea pig.
I think the hamster...
You're just going by what dies sooner.
Yeah, the hamster's not as much of a commitment. The guinea pig lived to be 10 years old, truly. And so you didn't let me finish my story.
Oh, sorry.
So one time my dad opened the fridge and this guinea pig's like, Machiavelli is like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
Fridge open, I'm getting a carrot. And my dad, and then, weep, weep, weep. And my dad turns, he's like, Machiavelli, we don't have any carrots. And it's like, I don't give a fuck, bitch. Weep, weep, weep. He weeped for a half an hour.
Tell me your dad went and got carrots.
My dad left the house to go get carrots because Machiavelli was not having any of this shit.
I'm getting a carrot.
He's like, get me a carrot. I will not stop.
And then he stopped.
And he waged war on my father.
Did he stop when he got a carrot?
And then my dad gave him a carrot, and he went, weep, 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 took it into his house, quiet, went to bed.
Unbelievable.
They do like a little dance, too. If you give them the carrot, they kind of like lift it in the air, like a little victory
Hamsters
dance.
do have the hamster dance, though.
Ooh.
I wonder if they rose in popularity from like
everyone had a hamster
to like 2001. They
maybe
got explosive in popularity.
Maybe that's where this kid got his hamster. Anyway,
he was 11.
Well,
I don't think he was around for the hamster.
We don't know when this was written.
Yeah, it's true. It could be a throwback story.
All right. I expected a dog or cat, but he really wanted a hamster. Oh, look, she was gonna full commit, but the kid's like, nope, hamster, baby.
Actually, honestly.
All right. If you ask for the hamster, then fine.
You're like, cool, it'll be done.
Yeah, I was gonna buy the dog, but sure, you want the hamster?
Because this kid's gonna get bored of it in like 3 months, and this thing's only gonna live 2 more years.
He takes really good care of it, and it still dies in a couple of years, and then you buy him the dog, and you're like, good, fine. All right.
Hamster's got the wheel. That's kind of fun, I guess. So.
It's not.
I
had a hamster. Okay, I had a hamster too. Shit, I had all these animals. I had a little dwarf hamster, and he was in my bedroom. But at night, he'd go on the wheel, and you'd hear it, and it would wake me up every night. And you can't take the wheel away because it's their joy.
Yeah, it's the only joy he has in his life.
Yeah. So I wake up at 2 a.m. You're like, like a little squeaking noise, and he would go so fast. And I would buy different wheels to see if they made less noise.
They
all of them. Anyway, sorry. All right.
They sound kind of sick. I think I'm gonna get a hamster.
Actually, we should get a fucking hamster.
I had a guinea pig for that matter.
Yeah, you know what? The guinea pig was fun.
Let's just do the fair. You've been asking me for a fair for years.
I've been trying to get one. Yeah, let's get one of each.
Yeah, why not?
Do it live.
I get that chinchilla too. We could probably raise it better.
You know what?
They're probably bad at raising the chinchilla.
Maybe they raised it wrong. Maybe we could raise it better.
And then we get a snake, and we see if the snake and the chinchilla, what can happen. You know what I mean? Who wins the...
It depends on how big the snake is,
I was going to say, I don't know. The chinchilla is pretty fierce.
Yeah, we'll see. TBD.
We'll find out.
We'll live stream it. All right. So she thought she was going to get a dog or cat. Kid wanted a hamster. So we spent a little over a week prepping, helping him, quote, study hamster care, and dedicated a sizable spot in our living room for the necessities in home. Oh, see?
Yeah. All right.
It's working out good.
Yeah.
We finally get around to picking one at the pet shop, and he settled on the name Sonic. But the lady ringing us up...
That's a hedgehog, you dummy.
He doesn't know that.
Kid's dumb.
Maybe they don't sell hedgehogs. I don't know.
Well, I'm just kidding.
Do you think he wanted a hamster thinking it was a hedgehog?
Probably.
And he's like, Sonic.
He's like, Sonic, that's Sonic. And she's like, yeah. Because you know what's way harder to keep?
A hedgehog.
A hedgie, yeah.
Because they need to... The room can't go below 70 degrees.
Thank God at one point you thought about
getting a hedgehog. Because they'll go into
hibernation.
Well, I did my research and I was like, nah.
Because this house has to accommodate the hedgehog.
Yeah.
The hedgehog does not accommodate anything. Like, you have to make sure that it's 70 degrees, that it doesn't hibernate.
Because if it goes below 70 degrees, this motherfucker hibernates. Yes. And then that's not good. Right. So you have to keep your house hot as fuck. I like to sleep at 68.
Yeah.
Listen, hedgehog, you're hibernating, bitch.
I guess I was wondering, can you just put like a heat lamp in his...
I think so, yeah.
You do the heat lamp thing like you would for a snake or whatever, yeah. But still, a lot of work. They seem like a lot of work, so.
Yeah, so he was set on the name Sonic.
Okay.
The lady ringing up mentioned that the one he picked out was a girl, and that he could give it a boy name if he wanted. But he just lit up and said, "Oh, that's Amy." And that was that. We took Amy home. This was in March.
Okay.
So she was like...
So he wanted to name it Sonic.
He was like, I want to name it Sonic. And she's like, oh, it's actually a girl. But, I mean, you could name it Sonic if you want. And he was like, nah, Amy.
Okay.
And he was like... And they were like, all right. Hi, Amy the hamster.
Right. I believe there is a female Sonic. What is the female Sonic? I should know this. 1 second.
I think it is Amy. I feel like that's from the game.
You think this kid's right? He might be right, yeah.
You think the fucking kid that was like psyched on naming his hedgehog Sonic didn't know that they're the girl's name?
Let's find out. There's people screaming right now because they know.
Yeah, well.
Amy Rose.
Yeah, okay. Kid was staying
kid knows his shit. Yeah. He doesn't know it's in a hamster and a hedgehog, but they're close enough. So.
Yeah, well.
Amy Rose. So there, he figured out the perfect.
He was like, oh, duh, Amy. Got it.
He's like, oh, it's a woman Sonic? That's
Amy.
All
right, fine, Amy. No problem.
Look at this. A progressive kid.
A progressive kid wouldn't go with gender norms and would have stuck with Sonic, but that's okay.
Oh, that's true. He would have said.
That's okay.
Yes.
He was just trying to give the hamster the best life he could.
Right,
that's all he was looking out for. All right. My sister-in-law found out she was pregnant somewhere around that time. Last month.
The sister-in-law or the hamster? The way you read it.
My sister-in-law found out she was pregnant somewhere around that time.
She being the hamster.
No.
Oh.
The sister-in-law's pregnant.
The sister-in-law's pregnant, okay.
What?
I thought the hamster was pregnant.
No. Although that does happen a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You bring home pregnant hamsters sometimes. Or you bring home 2 quote-unquote boys and then one wasn't.
Yeah, whoops.
Anyway. Sister-in-law is pregnant. Got it. Last month, they found out they were having a girl. Basically, what happened was they were picking out names, and one of the names that it narrowed down to happened to be Amy as the middle name.
Okay.
Amy as the middle name.
Okay. Very basic name, right?
I made a joke of something like, hey, we already have an Amy in our house, trying to be funny, but sister-in-law didn't think it was.
Oh, my
I didn't think much about it at the time, but a couple days ago, she asked to come by and talk. She started off by saying that the joke I made was in bad taste, and I apologized for it.
Fuck off. I don't want to hear anything more. Close your phone.
And then she suggested that I change the name.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I told her I didn't think that would go over well with my son, and then she outright demanded that it be changed. Quote, whether he likes it or not. Because she wasn't going to have a child share a name with a hamster.
Wow.
Also, bitch, I'm sure there's other hamsters in the world named Amy.
Yes.
Calm the fuck down.
Also, it's Amy. It's a pretty basic name.
Yeah, it's not Sonic.
Yeah, if you don't get Sonic, you're like, well, we
already got a Sonic in the house, actually. Sucks to suck.
Yeah.
I agreed to talk it over with my son and see what he thought.
No, you know what?
Well, I mean, you can offer it, sure.
No, why are you making the 11-year-old have to accommodate this fucking child that's can't handle her
Well, I agree,
name?
But
no,
she's letting him decide.
The least mature person in this.
I agreed to talk it over with my son and see what he thought. And of course, he didn't want to. He even thought it was cool that his cousin would share a name with his hamster. I think that's fun. I tried to convincing him to rename...
When our son is going to be named Hans, it's going to be hilarious.
Yeah,
we're going to have 2 Hanses.
It's going to be great.
We're going to have a Hans dog and a Hans son.
Yeah.
Or daughter. I don't even care. They're just going to be Hans. I don't care.
We already used the good name. Right. We're going to have to recycle it.
Again, yeah. Hans Dirk Crate. 2. Junior.
Boy, girl, dog, whatever. We don't care.
You said how we're progressive. We're going
progressive.
Yeah. Hans Dirk Crate Jr. Because this is the
problem.
One.
I agreed. Fine. I tried convincing him to rename her to Sonic even, or some other Sonic character, but he didn't want that. I explained how sister-in-law...
Knuckles. She's just like looking at the
He's
Wikipedia.
like, how about Knuckles?
Shadow.
He's like, no. Knuckles is a bitch, Mom.
Knuckles sucks.
Tails? Really? Tails? Fuck you, Mom. Get out of
Sonic
my room.
2? Tails is annoying as fuck.
He's always getting us fucking killed. All right.
I believe that is Sonic 2. Someone's going to correct me and say, actually, it was in Sonic 3 that, but I believe, no, Sonic 2. I was right. Fuck you, random person that is going to try to correct me.
Anyway.
It was Sonic 2 that Tails was in. He always got hit.
I know.
How annoying was
I
it?
just said that. He always fucked up the bonus level like a bitch. You're like, oh, I guess I didn't want those rings.
You'd be like drowning and you're like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Like, you get hit by the little spiky things.
Tails.
You're like, oh, I didn't need those rings. That's fine.
I didn't want them. We're not trying to get the boss here.
Yeah, I didn't want an extra life. Thanks, bud.
I fucking love Casino on Ice. Do 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 do.
Should play that after this.
Do do do. Anyway, I explained how my sister-in-law felt about this, and he was a bit hurt because he thought that he upset sister-in-law, but really didn't want to change the name, and he didn't understand why they couldn't just share it.
The least mature person in this entire situation
like, why don't they just share it?
Is the adult that's having a child is being the 11-year-old is like, oh, that'd be cool, or oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was making her upset. Like,
yeah, I told sister-in-law that my son was set on Amy and she blew up. I'll admit, I got a bit defensive and reacted poorly, but I essentially told her that it wasn't a huge deal. It's not like anyone's going to make the connection, and by the time her child is old enough to know her name, Amy the hamster likely won't be around.
Very likely will not be around.
She claimed that it was embarrassing because she would always know the connection in her mind, to which I simply told her if it was such a strong reminder of a hamster, then maybe it wasn't the name she should be using for her daughter. My brother has told me that I am being selfish for not forcing my son to pick another name.
This is wild.
Sister-in-law obviously thinks I'm the asshole, and my mom has said that the whole thing is childish.
Yes.
She's right.
She's right.
So, am I the asshole?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
The top comment is, the lifespan of a hamster is 2 to 3 years. This problem will solve itself.
Yeah, that's what I said. Let's write it out.
This problem will solve. Also, it's a middle name.
Yeah.
This woman isn't even trying to name her daughter Amy. She's trying to name her middle name Amy.
Yeah, nobody cares about
Nobody
middle
even
names.
gives a fuck about middle names.
My name is Edward. Who gives a
Some
shit?
of my good friends, I don't think, know my middle name.
I am positive most people I know don't know my middle name.
It's because they guessed it because it's generic as fuck.
Yeah.
Because everyone my age's middle name is Marie, Lynn, or Anne. Like, it's not hard.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So dumb. So what do you think?
No, I mean, unquestionably, no, you're not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Telling, like, I don't know. Maybe there are people in this world that are like, that's a human's name and that's a pet's name. But, like,
thing.
I think pets are awesome. So, like, I think it's actually cool as hell that they have the same
Louis
name.
and Hans.
Yes.
It's fine.
I would love to have a child named Louis. He would have to be, like, some fat boy, like...
Just a little fat, like, fedora-wearing kid.
Yeah, like, he's just fat.
He's like
yeah, that's
Louis.
That's Louis. That's our dog. That's our dog. That's our human
That's
Louis.
our human Louis.
That's our human baby, Louis. He just comes in.
Hey, Ma, the lasagna.
He won't be
all
Italian.
Right, Lou, I'll get it.
He won't be Italian, but he'll kind of be Italian.
Like,
you know what I mean?
We're like, did he grow up in the Bronx? Why does he have a Bronx accent?
Neither of us are Italian. Why is he so Italian?
Why does he have a Sicilian accent? That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's never even been there.
Fucking Louis.
We're not Italian. Yeah. Are you Italian?
As long as he's not French.
I'm not Italian.
That would suck too.
Oh, that would be
Louis.
sick.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, I'm Louis.
Just born with a mustache.
He's like fucking smoking when he's 3 years old.
And we just let it happen. They're like, is your child smoking? You're like,
well, what are we gonna do? Tell him no? Come on, it's gentle parenting, okay? We suggested he stopped, and he decided he didn't want to.
And we're powerless to stop it.
Just like Amy the hamster, here we are.
It's modern parenting. Yeah, you just got to let the kids make their own choices, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, this is wild.
I feel like it's fair to go to your son and be like, hey, do you want to rename the hamster? And then he was like, no. And she's like, all right, cool. We'll keep it.
I can't imagine getting that upset.
I personally wouldn't have even approached my kid.
No.
I would have been like, nah, he said, I would have pretended.
I would have pretended.
Like,
I
talked to him, he said no.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
But like, sure, you could ask.
I like that she went the next step to say, hey, just so you know, your bitch sister-in-law, who's a fucking child.
Your bitch aunt thinks that this is
I guess she wouldn't be the sister-in-law. Yeah, your bitch-ass aunt, who's a fucking child, thinks it's upsetting.
She thinks it's upsetting. Do you think it's upsetting? And he's like, nah. She's like, all right, cool.
Good, I agree. I'm glad you said that. Good.
Also, I'm sorry, but the hamster had the name first.
I agree. You got to change the middle name then. Go to that baby book.
Yeah.
Scroll through that baby book again.
Scroll the baby book again.
Amber. Go with Amber instead.
Yeah. What's the next one?
What are other Sonic female characters? Let's see. She can then
Wait,
accommodate.
She can use Tails.
Yes.
Why doesn't she use Tails?
You're right. Why doesn't she use Tails?
Her kid's gonna be a bitch. You be Tails.
Let's see what else we got. So we got Amy Rose. We got Surge. I guess you're not going to use Surge.
Maybe.
Whisper's a
Whisper.
good. Tangle.
She'd be a very good stripper.
Tangle the Lemur.
Tangle
the Lemur would be a good stripper too. Rogue the Bat. Cream the Rabbit. Well, maybe not Cream. Maria Robotnik.
Look, Maria.
I think she's with Dr. Robotnik, so
yeah.
she might be bad, but that's all right. And Lanolin? The sheep? I don't know.
Huh.
Not a lot of female characters.
Not a great list.
No.
But nonetheless, if you don't want to share the name, hey, listen, the
Surge.
kid.
Go with Surge.
No, that's not true because the kid said the Amy name could be shared. He didn't care.
He thought it'd be fun.
He was like, "Great, sounds like a blast."
And then when he saw the baby
and
for
he'd
the
be
first
like,
time,
"You're right, this isn't Amy."
You know what a normal human would do? They would be like, "Oh, that's really fun." And then like when the son comes to like see the baby, he could bring the hamster and say, "Amy, meet Amy." And they're like, "Oh." that'd be cute, right?
The sister-in-law would have a fucking aneurysm.
But normal people would think that's cute, right?
That would be cute.
Or is that just us?
No,
Are we not normal?
That would be cute. Look, Amy, it's Amy.
Like, because he's holding a little hamster.
Yeah,
hey,
that's adorable.
Meet your sister Amy
and
or
then
your
like kind of nibble on her
Amy.
fingers, and it'd be fine.
Yeah. Anybody who here, if you don't think that was cute, what I just said,
fuck you.
Fuck you, and you're the asshole.
Yeah, you're the asshole if you don't think that was cute.
We're buying a hamster just to prove that it's cute.
And we're gonna name it Amy.
Yeah, I'm gonna find this lady.
Fuck you.
Everybody, there should be like a festival where everybody brings
their hamsters that are named like after cousins.
No, just Amy.
Oh,
I want like
Oh, you want to find all the Amy's.
I want to find all the hamsters.
Because, like
Amy's.
I said, there's not
all the pets named Amy's and have a convention.
All
just
the
bring
pets.
her there and go. Oh, it's Amy.
Do you want all these pets to change their name? All of them?
All 8,000 pets.
Okay, I guess that Chihuahua won't be Amy anymore.
Yeah, this 11-year-old Chihuahua
or that Irish Wolfhound.
Yeah.
Or that domestic short-hair cat.
Mm-hmm.
Or that Bengal cat, for that matter.
Yeah.
You know there's a Bengal cat out there.
Oh, yeah, there's a Bengal cat named Amy. Yeah, for sure.
And it's a bitch.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
But you know what? Its name is Amy.
Its name is Amy.
You only see it when you feed it, but that's fine.
Right. It scratches you when you try to cut its nails sometimes.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, you don't cut that thing's nails.
Or no, like, don't you have to do the...
Not cats like that. They don't let you touch them.
Because some people like shave I don't mean like cutting the nails, but like some people like to do the shave, right? Or do you just let that thing like destroy your couch?
No, you just give them like the scratching
post.
You give them
the scratch post, right? You just give them the scratch post,
and they're gonna ruin your couch, and you go, okay, well, we have a cat.
That's just what you do when you have a cat, yeah.
Yeah. I think you're supposed to cut their nails, but some people need to like sedate the cats to do
That's
that.
what I mean. So most people are just like, fuck it. My couches are ruined. It's fine.
They just live with a demon.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Because don't declaw them, because that's awful. Don't do that. But
you just let them fuck your couch up.
It's not even worth like cutting them or shaving them down.
I mean, if you want to get scratched in the face,
sure.
Not
really.
You could try it.
No, I don't want it.
I used to be a vet tech. I'd love to see you wrangle a fucking livid cat.
No, I don't wrangle it. I don't wrangle
there
nice cats. I don't stay around.
That would come into the vet. And I was like, how does this thing live in a home?
It is a fucking monster.
And they're like, it took us like 6... You know how many cat appointments would get canceled? The owner would call and be like, I can't get them. There's no way. We're not coming. Right. I've been trying for 6 hours to get this cat in the cage. We gave it Ativan. It's not fucking coming. Yeah. I'm like, all right, that sounds fair. Yeah. We used to have this one. We'd have like this one black cat, and his name was like Satan or some shit. And it was like,
oh well, that. I mean,
and it was like, no, so sweet. It was like, oh, it's like purring. You could like clip its nails. It's like, no problem. Give me some ham. No problem. And then there was this one. It was like Angelica, angel.
Yeah.
And it would come, and it's like, and you're like, oh god, it's a true demon.
Yeah.
And it's like, you would like, I was holding it, and it just clawed down my back, like. I had scratches across my back. I was like, I'm going to get fucking infections from this. This is crazy.
For sure.
Fucking Angelica. She was like hiding in the cabinets in the room. I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, you keep this thing in your home, huh? It's a family pet. Sure.
Joe Lanza has a demon cat, Miss Maggie Moo.
Maggie Moo?
Yeah.
That sounds like a demon cat.
Yeah, during the podcast now, she just like knocks over boxes. You can hear
it in the background. Is she like mean? Does she like hiss?
No. I think
she's nice.
Mean. She's nice, but
she's
just she's a cat.
She's just petty. She's a petty bitch.
Yeah. She's like what I assume most cats are. And they're like, how can I make your life...
Some are just mean, though.
Yeah. No, I don't...
And you're like, I feed you.
Yeah. Why?
And they're like, fuck you.
But why do you let that thing live in your house? Screw that.
Well, after you buy it and you let it live there for a couple years, what do you do?
Open that back door. Leave that
back
door
they're not going to run away. They're not that dumb. Come on.
But they're also the ones that just like to... Like, my friends' cats are all kind of that way. Like, Niles, who I grew up with, my friend David had Niles forever.
Niles comes out. I've seen Niles.
No. You've never seen Niles. Niles died. Okay. You've seen Naira.
Oh, Naira.
Then Naira comes out. Naira's nice, but once I slept over there, and Naira just dropped various objects on my head the entire night.
Well, you should have been there.
And then fell asleep on my face.
Yeah.
Because she knew I was allergic to cats and was like, fuck this guy. First off, you're going to be at my dad's house? Get the fuck out of here. So she dropped a vase on my head. That wasn't great.
Well... Don't be there.
And I was like, I don't know why you did that, Naira. She was just standing over. I
don't know why you did that, Naira.
She was bringing things over, going tink, and dropping them on my face for no reason, just because she wanted to.
It wasn't for no reason.
And she was going,
she thought it was hilarious.
And then she got tired, so she decided, I need to sleep. I'm tired.
On your face.
And it was like up next to me, and I was like petting her. I'm like, oh, okay, nice girl, or whatever. And then she went, and then sat on my face and lay down and then started snoring. And I was like, okay. I might not ever see again because I'm really allergic. But like, what am I gonna do?
Not wake Naira up.
I didn't wake Naira up, so I woke up and the cat was on my face, and I took some allergy pills and I moved on. But like,
because Naira's the asshole, not you.
But no. I don't think Naira's an asshole. I think it's just like that's just cats. You know what I mean? They're just like.
Some are Satans.
No, those ones, yes.
Some are bad.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I'm not going to touch you, actually. Yeah.
Those are the ones you'll see when people are in the vets and they walk in and it's just like...
Yeah, they make a
just
specific
hear that
noise and you're like, oh no.
What is that
Like, some people would walk in with the carrier and it's like... And you're like, oh no, my job's about to get real fucking shitty.
Yeah, this cat
and then you
sucks.
just hear like a... And you're like, oh no, because it's just them clawing. And you're like, oh, are they declawed? They're like, nope. You're like, okay, perfect. Great. I love that for me. Yeah, I love that for me. Great. Cool. I didn't even like my skin that much. It's fine.
I need a new skin anyway.
Yeah,
the
whatever.
skin needed to be exfoliated anyway.
Yeah, I needed.
You pay for like salt scrubs and shit.
Just get a little shit toxoplasmosis.
Yeah, you're
Scratch,
right.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, no.
This is a pretty good.
I loved it. Yeah.
So, not the asshole. Long live Amy the hamster.
Amy the hamster, yep. I hope this fucking hamster lives for so long.
I hope this is the longest.
It's like 11 years old.
And it's like, like when it's like on the wheel, it's like, but it's still on there. It's still on there. It's still getting 10K steps a day.
Or it's like back legs. It's like what the old dogs get. Like
it's got like the little wheelchair.
It gets a little wheelchair. Yeah. You have to put a little wheelchair on the hamster, and then it goes on the wheel. With his little wheelchair.
Both the wheelchair and the wheel squeak. It's like double squeak. It's like.
But long live Amy the hamster.
Yeah.
And fuck this lady and her dumb child. So.
Fuck your kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure
it's not the kid's fault. It's not the kid's fault.
The kid's not even born yet. Whatever.
But your mom's a bitch.
Your mom's a bitch.
Anyway.
All right. So, do you have any plugs? Same as always?
Same as always, flagshippatreon.com. You're listening to that here, hopefully. Make sure you subscribe to the $5 and $10 tiers if you're listening to this for free.
Go to 10.
For some reason, go to 10. You get everything. You get the written content.
Things.
You get all the bonus audio.
I read a nice article by AITA the other day.
Which AITA? AT?
Socialist Aaron. Yeah. What's up?
Were you reading? One of his Wrestling 101 articles?
I don't know.
How'd you stumble on that?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, all right, yeah.
I saw it on Instagram. I was like,
he does share them on Instagram. Yeah,
I was like, and I read it. Nice.
His output has slowed down ever since he got a girlfriend. I'm just saying.
Listen,
just saying. He was writing a lot pre-girlfriend. Now it's slowed down a little bit.
I'm going to need your energy in socialism and voices of wrestling, okay?
Yeah, please. Thank you, sir. I'm just kidding. Happy for him. So
I guess we're happy for you, but like also...
But also, let's get going
We want you to be socialist, but also produce like a capitalist.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Let's get some ad money. Google ads don't pay themselves, pal.
Listen... Bernie lost. We need capitalism, bitch.
This Norway trip ain't paying for itself. Hey, Ron, let's go. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. That's voicesofwrestling.com for all that stuff. Aaron's pieces, as well as everything else we do.
I guess other things are on there.
And other things are on there, too, in addition to Aaron's pieces. Flagshippatreon.com, VOWretro.com as well. We'll get you to all the retro content we do as well on the Patreon. So what are your plugs? What do you got?
We just recorded another episode of Deep Derailments.
Who's we?
Me, my two friends from work, 3 nurses. We have a pod called Deep Derailments. Our last episode was us learning about Helen Keller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys recorded an episode just recently. Was that?
Yeah, it's not.
So the Helen Keller one is not technically out yet.
Not technically
but
out.
Should be out very
soon.
soon.
On the precipice.
So is it just about Helen Keller?
No, it's about something else too, but I don't know.
Great plug.
I'm gonna pretend like that's a
tease, a mystery. I know, but I'm not gonna let you know. And you're gonna have to listen to find out.
Would you rather? We always do a would you rather.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's a good little gimmick there. So where do I find this deep derailment?
So would you rather?
You're gonna ask me now.
Have your child named Amy or a hamster named Amy?
Hamster named Amy.
Obviously.
Yeah, it's a generic name for a child.
Yeah. Anyway,
Amy the hamster's a funny
at Deep Derailments on Instagram. You can listen to us on
wherever those podcasts are
all the podcast platforms. Don't listen to episode 3. Here's the problem. Great content. Did not have a mic plugged in. It's the worst audio I've ever heard in my life. True nightmare.
3 people, 1 mic plugged in. Not
terrible.
Great. Yeah.
I'm really loud. It was my mic that was plugged in. Big miss.
Yeah, you're loud.
I'm the loudest one.
Yeah.
Big miss. But anyway, I think it's not perfect audio quality yet, but I think we're like slowly getting there. We're learning, trying to do it on our own. So we're kind of learning everything.
Like Laverne and Shirley. Yeah.
Like
and then another person, yeah.
Shamil, Shamazel, Hash and Pepper
If they
we're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it. Give.
You know the lyrics. You've sung it at the brewery all the time.
We're gonna make our dreams come true. Doing it our way.
Yeah, see,
I don't know if I actually know the lyrics. I might have made half that up.
You may have made it up.
Sounded good,
it sounded right. Yeah, so it's like Laverne and Shirley, but then they were like, we need more sex appeal on this show, so they just like stuffed another woman in there in like episode 5 or whatever.
Not like that at all.
No, I'm saying you guys, because I said you guys are like Laverne and Shirley, but then you have 3. So I'm just saying.
Do you know what the premise of Laverne and Shirley is?
I do. I'm saying if there's 3, because there's only 2 in Laverne and Shirley, but at some point some network executive was like, we need 3. Everybody likes 3.
So it's the Golden Girls.
Yeah, but he's like, yeah. There was 3 Golden Girls. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
there was 3. See, all in 3s. That's what I mean. Some network execs like this Laverne and Shirley thing's not going to work.
All right, here's the thing.
Our Linda.
No, that's not what our podcast is. Our podcast is 3 friends who are fucking hilarious, and what we do is we learn about a topic, and then we present it to the other 2 friends, and hopefully everybody learns something. And it's kind of like a fun learning experience, but also hilarious and fun. And then we get derailed, hence the name, deep derailments.
Usually heavy drinking as well.
And heavy drinking.
And you can tell. It's not just the audio quality that you can tell from.
It's not. Well, it might be one of our issues with the audio quality.
Right. It's how much drinking happens before the show gets launched. Yeah, before it gets recorded.
Which might be one of the issues. Yeah, but we're working through it.
Are you?
No,
not that
but
part,
we'll get there.
Yeah, we're getting there. All right. Sign us off.
All right. So, for this episode, I don't know how to sign this off.
I'm terrible at doing sign-offs too.
Oh, okay.
But it's your show, so you gotta figure it out. Yeah.
Those were our plugs.
I've been doing sign-offs for 11 years
and you still
on the flagship, and I'm just like, and that's Joe and I'm Rich. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Let's not listen to Vil 2 Dick and instead listen to this other song, which is still pretty sick, but not quite as sick. Are you ready? Let's take us out.
What's the show?
Let's play us out.
Play us out. It's playing.
Let's play us out. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Said we'll do it live. Am I? And then